This is a personal story about I, the King of Names. This story begins as I am walking down the street merrily, and I come across a strange old man who is so old that I could only see him in black and white, and he says to me, "You look very familiar. Is that you, Jimmy? My son? My, how old you've grown?" I decided to play along, and I said, "Yes, father, it is I." "By George, it is you. Son, there is something I would like you to have. I'm growing old, and I'm going to make you the new King of Names. Shazam!" And voila, there he was, crown and everything. The old man then told me that being the King of Names allows you to change anyone's names to anything. I said thank you and ran home to get ready for school the next day. The next day, I went to school, and the first person I saw was my good friend Peter. I told Peter the news about my new powers, and he just laughed and said my hat was ugly, and then I said to him, "Silence, for your jokiness towards myself. I condemn you to having the name Professor Poopy Pants for the rest of your life." "What? No!" Professor Poopy Pants screamed as he reached into his pocket for his birth certificate. He then looked it over and realized, to his astonishment, that he now truly had the name Professor Poopy Pants. He stormed off in anger as his girlfriend Jemima said, "Come over here, Professor Poopy Pants." Afterwards, I headed out to lunch, and I met a friend named Vinny. Vinny began to talk trash about my shoes, so I said to him, "I, the newly pronounced King of Names, sentences you to a lifelong name of the Ostracized Ostrich." "What?" Ostracized Ostrich said. "Aw, shucks, I was really fond of my name Vinny. I must run and cry in the bathrooms now. All because of you." Then Ostracized Ostrich cried, wee wee wee, all the way to the bathroom. After a couple more class periods of being awkwardly stared at by some fellow students, I met up with my friend Marcus while walking home. Marcus did not say anything to me, but I felt the need to change his name, so I said, "Hoopla! Henceforth your name shall be Mr. Melonhead." Mr. Melonhead then cried, and because he was made of paint, melted into a puddle onto the ground beneath me. Then I watched as he washed away. Up to this point, I was very fond of my newfound powers, but what I didn't know was that Professor Poopy Pants, Ostracized Ostrich, and Melonhead were extremely mad. They met in secret and decided that I needed to be whacked. The next day, as I was walking to school, Professor Poopy Pants, Ostracized Ostrich, and Mr. Melonhead jumped out of the bushes and chased me down, resulting in a scene much like this. But I managed to escape, change my name, identity, and move. And now, to this day, I am just an ordinary, everyday middle schooler.